Following the death of rap star Young Dolph, a lot of people around the world have been commenting, sending condolences, holding interviews, and some even try to pull up some Sherlock Holmes type of deal. But somehow, Soulja Boy is caught up in the crossfire. How is he connected to all of these? We are about to find out in a bit. Young Dolph's death. Celebrity deaths are at an all-time high in recent times. So high, you might ask yourself, who's next? From gang clashes to street king hustle, these men lay waste to their bodies because of some title, respect, or in rare cases, a girl. Young Dolph could tell you more about it, but I mean, he is dead now. Y'all know Young Dolph. Not to paint the rapper as a saint, ain't nobody a saint, but Dolph was down to earth and cool. He kept his game tight and his lyrics were cool and his talent spoke for him.
Young Dolph was someone who had a huge impact in his community of Memphis. Young Dolph is known in his community as a philanthropist. He did a lot of turkey giveaways for holiday season every single year.
It was such a shame and a big shock to the whole rap community, celebrities and fans alike, when we got the news that he is no more. On the 17th of November, just outside a store in Memphis, the king got his crown taken off his head by a group of shooters. Well, there was no doubt that he was targeted, as the hoodlums who shot him did not bother to take a dime from the store. Adolph Robert Thornton was finally gunned down by enemies, obviously, after surviving a lot of near-death experiences. Following his death, there are a lot of speculations. People asking questions, rolling eyes. Everybody getting suspicious of the next to you. You don't know who would be next though. And we still don't know who nuked Dolph, although investigations are still ongoing. So far, reactions and condolences have been puking from far and wide. Fans both physically and on social media send tributes to the legend, whose life and music was cut short just when the world was getting to embrace him. The Twitter county ran amok and tweets and heartfelt words for the talents and art of Adolph. Some even hope the killer be brought to book. Well, everyone hopes that too, as it would bring a little bit of respect to his family, knowing that the man responsible for his death is behind bars. Investigation into the death of Young Dolph. It is no news that Young Dolph's death was premeditated. He did not just get caught in the crossfire of some gang shootout. The gunmen came out of their car and went straight for him. A clear case of homicide. Now, you would wonder, from what we know of Young Dolph and the past threats on his life, who do you think would be responsible for his death? Just a slight thought to keep you busy while you watch this video.
So I just feel like, oh, this ain't moving. Cause I know I got people don't like me. Plenty of them. This ain't just started. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been having haters, big haters since I was 15, 16.
Young Dolph has experienced a shootout before, targeted at him, of which he barely escaped with his life. But being the kind of person he was, it pains me to use the past tense on the homie. He let it slide and used it as a platform to push his music. But now this, quite sad he would not be here to make it right. The police have made some arrests and have brought some suspects in for questioning, all of which seem not to yield any good. Somehow, the black man killed by a black man does not raise eyebrows or make people wonder. I don't mean to sound political, but it happens all the time. Why do you think Dolph's wife began a movement she called Black Men Deserve to Grow Old? It's either he is fighting for superiority or to fulfill some gang bullcrap or just for the fun of shooting and feeling the blood rush in his veins. Either way, the investigations have not really made sufficient headway since it started, and for the people that have been arrested, nothing serious has been done to them. Recently, however, one of the rising rap stars in Memphis was interviewed. Now, this interview has got the block screaming and social media abuzz with speculations. Soulja Boy, who happened to have had a slight altercation with Young Dolph, was paneled, and he kinda said some things that set the blood of loyalists to Young Dolph boiling. Before we let you in on that, who is Soulja? Who is Soulja Boy? Born in Chicago in the year 1990, DeAndre Cortez Way is a professional American rapper and record producer. He goes by the name Soulja Boy, formerly coined as Soulja Boy Tell 'Em. This rap star has won several awards for his music and his production also, with his debut track Crank That, which peaked at #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100. The single was initially self-published to the internet and later became a #1 hit in the United States for 7 non-consecutive weeks, starting in September 2007. On August 17th, Way was listed at number 18 on the Forbes list of hip-hop cash kings of 2010 for earning $7 million that year. Although the rap god has faced a lot of challenges, he is still one of the most relevant stars in the rap game, with awards won and Grammy nominations and chart-topping tracks. Soulja Boy is indeed worthy of imitation, with his fine lyrics and profound sound. The rapper is associated with the likes of Yachty. Y'all know, the popular self-dubbed King of Memphis, and other top names in the rap game. No wonder he had a little sort of beef with Young Dolph. One thing we know about rappers, and I'm sure you would agree with me, is that they have ego problems. Once one of them, especially people supposedly doing well, makes a comment, it becomes an attack on the ego of the other. Nobody saw the beef between Young Dolph and the Crank That Superstar. What started out as an Instagram back and forth escalated into threats and a feud between loyalists from opposing sides. The beef between Young Dolph and Soulja Boy. The beef between Young Dolph and Soulja Boy started with a post on the gram that people didn't really see an issue with. Things appeared to have started on the 10th of November with the boast by Young Dolph. Apparently, the man felt he had so much money and he made an open show about it. How was that anybody's business? Well, it becomes people's business when you throw silent shades at them and they decide not to play the bigger person. In recent times before his death, Young Dolph happened to start doing so well for himself in his music. As a rapper that he is, he definitely just got some boasting rights, and he wasn't taking it slow on anyone in general. Similar to his beef with Yachty, the rapper kind of felt threatened by Young Dolph's newfound fame and glory. Young Dolph is known to be cool-headed and probably one of the cleanest rappers to ever live, but the game is the game. And no matter how clean a rapper can be, he'll definitely have enemies who are probably intimidated by his success or his style of music. In relation to Soulja Boy, Young Dolph boasted about the money he's making for shows as well as his independent status. Like he is not associated with any record deal and he is still making this much money. In his exact words, he said, I'm an independent artist and getting 100 racks plus for a show. The rapper went further to throw silent shades at nobody in particular. I mean, not that one is taking sides. For all we know, he could be referring to P. Diddy, Jay-Z, or even Kanye West. At Key Glock got more cars and ice than you and your CEO. Soulja Boy would not let the comment pass by without making his own voice heard or something. He decided to discredit Young Dolph for reasons we don't really know. He replied to the post with, "That's big cap." Soulja Boy went further to say that they signed to at Empire. I'm really 100% independent, no cap. And this single comment fanned a feud between the rappers. It happened that Soulja's comments may have led to someone on Dolph's label reaching out to Soulja on social media. The Rick and Morty rapper blasted Dolph and his team on Instagram afterward. "Man, Young Dolph, if you don't get your artist out my mother DM," Soulja snapped. "You talking about thought he was bulletproof till he got shot like Dolph? You talking about ain't you the getting shot at 100 times? Ain't you the getting popped and shot at all the time? Y'all better get out of my DM. Paper Route, Key Glock, Young Dolph, all y'all." Soulja Boy later shared a private conversation between himself and Paper Route Empire artist Key Glock. In the screenshot, Soulja asks the Memphis rapper, "What you wanna do?" And Key presumably sarcastically responds, "Nothing. I'm scared." Beef on beef, you see, and the list goes on and on and on. Never ending, even with the first attempt at Young Dolph. The beef kept going and going till Young Dolph got nuked, sadly. Now we know that feuds can be age-old and deadly, but I mean, would you carry on a beef even after people are dead? With the death of Young Dolph, one would think that Soulja Boy would get it all off his chest and move. But no, it so happens that even in death, beefs don't get eaten.
What about Young Dolph? He talking about he the first rapper with a 3D billboard, and then he talking about, man, stop it, bruh.
Soulja Boy's interview on Young Dolph. With the death of Young Dolph, comments have been rolling in, condolences from friends and foes. Well, for some, it was not a deserved death, as Young Dolph was a very calm and easygoing person, while for others, it was a thing that he got coming onto him for a long time. Soulja Boy might just be the leader of the latter category. His name has been the subject of angst in the wake of Young Dolph's death due to Soulja Boy's ill-timed beef with the Memphis rapper a week prior to Dolph's passing. Soulja addressed the topic of Dolph's death directly during a long Instagram live rant. On November 19th, 2 days after Dolph was shot and killed inside a cookie store in his hometown of Memphis, Soulja went on Instagram Live and talked for nearly 30 minutes. Soulja Boy claims if the shoe was on the other foot, people would be happy he was dead. "Let it would have been me," Soulja snapped. "It would have been a whole bunch of ha. Soulja Boy should have kept his mouth shut. He should have ... He continued, apparently high on the weed he was with. "Let it would have been me. Would have been laughing like a mother. Soulja Boy thought he was tough," the Rick and Morty rhymer yelled. Soulja refused to share any condolences for Dolph, saying members of the Paper Route Empire's team were in the DMs threatening him just days before Dolph's death. The rapper has had recent upcoming tours canceled due to his ill comments about the rapper Young Dolph. G Squared Events, who put on the tour, recently released a statement about the decision to pull Soulja. The safety and welfare of our patrons are the first and foremost priority. The statement reads, "We pride ourselves on bringing high-quality concert experiences to our patrons. In times like this, we will stop at nothing to ensure that everyone that participates in these experiences is healthy, safe, and quite frankly, having a good time." This statement might just sound like a "let's pay the dead some tribute" comment, but to the outside world and fans in general, it would definitely sound like the company knows something and are just trying to keep their name clean from every attachment with Soulja Boy. Soulja, who crowned himself King Op during the rant, was recently pulled from 2 shows on the 2021 Millennium Tour, one of which was in Memphis, for precautionary reasons. Soulja said he didn't understand the reasoning. "Y'all mother got me took off the Memphis show like Young Dolph dying got something to do with me," he added. "I'm still getting paid. What the Young Dolph dying got to do with me? I'm trying to see my fans." Fans have come out to slam the rapper as different comments rolled in after his comments about being removed from the tour surfaced. One fan said, "He the first one to be taken off the tour in Donda." Another comment claimed the rapper is just chasing clout. Clout is one hell of a drug. In spite of the bashing and slamming the rapper got, some fans still sided with him, and one comment said, "I mean, he got a point." Everyone is probably entitled to his opinion. Reactions from the public. A lot of people castigated the Crank That superstar for his disrespectful remarks toward the late Young Dolph. The Memphis legend Crunchy Black was not left out of this, and he said in an interview with Cam Capone News, he the first one, nationwide, the first sucker. Black started at the start of the interview. Before everybody, Soulja Boy did it first. Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy. He ain't talking about nothing. He added that Soulja Boy should go make another video game and call it "I'm the first one to suck Soulja Boy." I don't want to talk about Soulja Boy. As investigations and other things are still going on, it is widely unknown as to who killed the rapper and their motives. While we leave the police to their jobs, questions are still being asked on the streets, and fans demand justice for the rapper. This could just be another case of a black rapper gone, and his killers would still be at large in some months to come. The whole issue would just get swept under the rug and everyone move on with their lives.